Well guys, it's been a minute since my last video. We've been really busy lately, so it's been really hard for me to take time to make videos, but right now things have slowed down just a little bit, so hopefully I'll be able to get you guys more videos more often. So, this female looks like she wants to grab my hand, and normally she isn't very mean or defensive at all, but as you can see, she's deep into blue. She'll be shedding soon. So this video, I'm actually going to show you guys a couple animals that I'm really excited about. Future animals, future animals, they're here right now obviously, but animals that will be a big part of our future breeding projects here at Safari Reptiles. We've reduced the collection. I wouldn't say considerably. We still have a lot of animals, a lot of 2016 animals especially. We didn't really sell too many animals from 2016, but you know, the banana fire spider unfortunately was sold, along with a piebald, a couple other animals, just because like I said, we got really busy. So there was actually a point where we were considering selling the whole collection, but you know, we don't just do this for money. This is like both a secondary thing for myself and Joseph. I'm an electrician's apprentice and Joseph manages a store, so this is something we do in our spare time. So we don't need this as income for us. We really do it because we truly love reptiles and we love breeding animals. But it was getting to a point where we thought, you know, it might be best for the animals if we sold everything. But now things are starting to normalize a little bit more. I'm still working night shift. I've been working night shift for the last 15 months. I work 9 p.m. till 7 a.m., which is 10-hour shifts. I do have the weekends off, but you know, I'm in the process of getting my house built, and I'll be getting married next year. And Joseph, he had his son this year. So that's basically the reasoning why you guys haven't seen too many videos from us. Also, we skipped the 2017 breeding season. Let me stop shaking this camera over here. So we skipped the 2017 breeding season, but this means that our animals are going to be in extra good condition for this year's breeding season, which I'm pretty excited about because we should get some really cool looking animals. So anyways, back to this video. I'm going to show you guys a couple animals I'm really excited to see continue to grow here and raise up here. And the first animal we've started with obviously is our super chocolate ghost female here. And you know, it's really hard to tell just, you know, what her real colors might be because she is so deep in blue. So you can see the snake basically looks purple and blue right now, but obviously once she sheds out, she'll look totally different. You know, darker snakes tend to look really different when they go into blue as opposed to lighter snakes. So obviously this female is going to do some amazing stuff for us in the future. This is probably, I would say, it's not necessarily my favorite snake or Joseph's favorite snake, but if there's one snake that we could both agree on is our favorite, I guess it's this one. This is our like most prized ball python that we have, just because this was such a long journey for us to make this animal. We started with you know, a chocolate het ghost from, I think, Reptile Industries like years ago, and then we also had a butter ghost female, and this is from a very long trip that we've been on to create this super chocolate ghost. And actually the thing that we want to make eventually is the super chocolate butter ghost, because that's the animal that actually Joseph fell in love with you know, years ago when he got into the chocolate project, the chocolate ghost project. So a lot of the animals a lot of the higher end animals we decide to keep are animals that fit into the chocolate and ghost projects in the future. So let's continue to look at some of these animals. Alright, so this girl is a 2015 animal. This is our chocolate butter 100%. Whoa, I'm getting a bit confused right now. This is our chocolate butter ghost. So, as I was talking about before, our goal is to make the super chocolate butter ghost. So this female is not too far off from that. She's just missing that extra chocolate gene, and that's basically the snake we're looking to hit. So this girl eats very well. You might look at her and say, man, she's only like a little bit bigger than the snake we saw previously, and that snake's a year younger. Well, again, you know, when we weren't sure where things were going, we weren't exactly feeding things to like grow them super fast. So typically our animals were eating, you know, once every 10 days for the older animals. We still kept our baby stuff eating once a week, but you know, smaller prey items. So none of our animals look super huge, but you know, they're all obviously, as you could tell, in good shape. But this female is always hungry, always looking to eat. You can see she looks really unique. She has amazing white flames down her sides, and I'm just gonna try to reposition her here so we can get a look at her back. But you see, really nice animal. It's really cool what the chocolate and the butter do together to create those white flames up the sides, and then obviously the ghost gene lightens everything up. You can see it's still a very light looking ball python, even though it is over 2 years old. So this female, obviously, we're not 100% sure what we're going to pair to her. Probably the super chocolate 100% het ghost, just because the chocolate butter 100% het ghost would you know, give us like the chance to produce a leucistic, which we don't want, because, well, who knows really how a super chocolate super butter would look. I mean, maybe it would be cool, but you know, we don't want to end up with an all white snake. We really want to hit our super chocolate butter ghost. So that's probably what we're gonna pair her with. So that's it for her. Let's take a look at some of the other animals. Now, I'm not just gonna show you guys chocolate animals. I'm gonna show you guys, again, animals that I really like the look of, I should say. So let's get on to a snake that's a little bit brighter than the two we've seen so far. All right, this next girl is pretty much one of my favorites. Definitely, probably my favorite animal that we produced in 2016. This is the Superfly enchi, which is a super pastel fire enchi. This snake turned out obviously very bright. It actually looks like she's going to be going through a shed here pretty soon, but still looks good enough to film. Let's take a look at her here. So you can see she has that awesome enchi headband, and maybe I could show it to you guys without getting bit by her. But you see this band here that kind of goes around her head? That's typical of super enchis, but enchis have it too. Obviously, this animal, it can't be a super enchi because we bred a firefly, a pastel fire, to our pastel Mojave enchi. So no way that this could be a super enchi. And you can see the pattern, while it is pretty clean, it's not clean enough to be a super enchi. But nonetheless, the super faded head is very nice on this animal, and you can see she's very bright looking. If you guys have followed my videos for, you know, quite a while, you know that carpet pythons are one of my favorite animals, and I really like the jaguar carpet pythons. You know, the diamond jungle mixes, the diamond jungle jags there. They have that really nice contrast look to them. They're very dark, and they're also bright yellow. And you can see this snake almost kind of like has that kind of jaguar looking pattern on her, especially towards the back of her body. So really excited to keep this female, see how she progresses as she gets older. You could see that, you know, the super pastel really does nice things with the blushing, and again, that super faded white head is very nice as well. So definitely stay tuned for updates of this girl. I mean, look at her, she's incredible. All right, let's take a look at another bright snake. Well, this is just very unfortunate. This guy is, you know, deep in blue as well. And while the dark snakes look really cool as they go into blue, light snakes just, they don't look great. They look like just very faded versions of what they normally are. So this is our Fire Dream Bee, and we got this animal from Mark Mandic of Marcus Jane Ball Pythons, and really happy with this animal. When we first got him, he wasn't eating so much for us, and at some points we were even worried that he was getting a bit too skinny. But you know, males will typically do that sometimes. They'll jump off of food, but we got this guy back on food about like 6 months ago, and now you can see he's almost a little bit fat now for a male. Obviously, this is an animal that we could do a ton of things with to make, you know, different types of Orange Dream animals. For instance, we plan on pairing him to a pastel ivory, so we will make a we're hoping to make a super pastel Orange Dream Fire Yellow Belly Spider, which I think will look just incredible. I mean, it'll be this, only better, somehow, some way. Which, you know, again, he's not much to look at right now because he's so deep into shed, but I guarantee you that once I post a video of this guy and he's shed out, you guys will understand what I'm talking about when I say that this is probably the best looking male in our collection. But, you know, it depends what you like. If you like darker stuff, then maybe this next snake is for you guys. Alright guys, another male over here. This is our black pastel GHI. So, as I said, if you like darker stuff, this may be more your style. Obviously, it's a very unique looking snake, and I'll explain a bit what I mean by that. So, if you guys know black pastels, actually, I'll show you guys a black pastel right here. This is actually a black pastel ghost. It's a male, and it's available if any of you are in Canada and interested in buying this guy. So this is a black pastel ghost. Man, he looks really nice compared to this guy, eh? But anyways, you can see what the black pastel does. The black pastel and the cinnamon do this to the pattern. You could see it puts in a bunch of alien heads and kind of looks like almost cinnamon rolls. Maybe that's where the cinnamon got its name from. But anyways, it basically messes with the side patterning of the animal and puts all those weird ass alien heads in there. So you could see the pattern, it's there on the GHI, but the alien heads are completely removed. So I think that that's pretty cool. The fact that, you know, you basically have these markings on the side, but without any pattern within them. So anyways, GHI, you know, does really cool stuff with a lot of morphs. We have a black pastel Mojave female and another Mojave female. So this guy is probably going to be paired to those, but we may also try to make, like, down the line, at least, the ultimate, like, dark snake. You know, we're talking about, like, black pastel, GHI, chocolate, and, you know, throw in maybe pinstripe and hypo, and you could probably get some really cool looking animals. Obviously, if you could imagine this animal hypo, it would be very purple as well. And then throw in some chocolate in there, and Mojave. Imagine a Mojave, black pastel, GHI, chocolate hypo. These are the type of things we're thinking about. So this male is obviously gonna have a couple females for him this year. Like I said, the Mojave stuff, more than likely, just because, you know, Mojave GHI is very nice looking. But this is the only GHI in our collection, actually, so he'll probably get to a couple females at the very least. So the video is almost up. I got 2 banana animals left to show you guys, and then that'll be about it. Alright guys, this next guy here is our banana pastel chocolate. And again, man, you know, chocolate on its own, I don't want to say it's not great, but, you know, it doesn't look too crazy, but when you start combining chocolate with other morphs, it makes for really nice animals. Now, even a chocolate pastel is, you know, it's okay looking, but I mean, this combo to me is very nice. I mean, you have typically your pastel banana doesn't look great. You know, it's a very lightened banana. Some may even say that a regular banana looks better than a pastel banana because it's very faded. But you could see that throwing back in some of that darkness with the chocolate does really nice things. You could see the animal, the patterning is more purple than, let's say, it would be normally. It'll be like, you know, typically bananas, it's more of like a reddish, a very light purple as they get older. But you could see this animal, I mean, here's it next to my hand. This is an animal that's 1.5 years old, and you know, it's keeping its color very nice. It has quite a bit of contrast to it as opposed to a regular pastel banana where it's very faded, the animal. So you can see it even has deep yellows within the patterning. The blushing is very nice on this animal, whereas the rest of the yellow, like the background color, is kind of muted. It almost looks like a very pale straw yellow, but bright yellow within the pattern, the blushing, and then the deep purple. So great looking animal. And again, you know, chocolate is a big part of our future projects, and you know, to have a triple gene chocolate male like this, I think it's gonna do some really nice things for us in the future. So have a couple ideas of what we might pair this guy to, but if you guys have any suggestions, go back, look at some of our other videos, let us know who you think we should pair the chocolate banana pastel to. And we got one last animal. Let's get to him. Alright guys, had to show you this guy before I ended this video. This is the banana enchi. Now you guys might say, wow, what a, like, you know, it's not a very climatic snake to end on. It's just, you know, your simple 2-gene banana animal, enchi and banana. But I really like this animal for a couple of reasons. First of all, I find that the combo, while simple, just being a 2-gener, is a very nice looking combo. The enchis tend to have the reduced black speckling within the pattern, and obviously, you know, very nice banded animals. But the big reason why I love this snake is because he's a good snake. Now, what does that mean, he's a good snake? Well, he's not aggressive at all. You could see that most of the animals I showed you today, I wouldn't say they were aggressive or defensive, but, you know, I let them just be in their cage and whatever. But this guy, he's actually very good for handling, and he eats very well. You know, we've never had an issue with this snake. He always would eat for us and take food without a problem. I'm talking even when he was deep in blue, deep in shed. And we never really had any issues with him. He's just a good snake, you know, a dream to, like, work with. Whereas sometimes you get snakes and, like, they go off food, or they don't want to eat frozen, or... I mean, one of my favorite animals that I'll eventually show you guys in a video is our Sunglow carpet python. And he is absolutely beautiful. But, you know, he's close to 3 years and he hasn't calmed down at all. He's super defensive, aggressive, whatever you guys want to say. He wants to bite your face off whenever you go near him. So, but this animal is just really fun to work with. And, again, I really like the look of him. And we have a lot of enchi female stuff. Well, a lot of enchi females. I think we actually have 2. But, anyways... the idea of making super enchi banana stuff is very appealing to us. Again, we love, you know, that super enchi look. That sometimes they have that really cool band around their head like our Superfly enchi female does. And, you know, imagine this guy thrown through to our Mojave enchi pastel. You know, make some really nice looking animals. So that's the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I'm going to try to post videos a lot more often from here on out. We will be partaking in the 2018 breeding season. Like I said, we took 2017 off, so we're going to make up for it this year. We're looking to breed more quality than quantity animals, so we might be breeding fewer animals than we did 2 years ago, but we look forward to making some really nice looking stuff. And we will be doing the Montreal Expo the 29th of October 2017. And shortly I will be posting a video of our 2016 baby ball pythons. Stay tuned for that, guys. Take care. Subscribe if you haven't already. Bye.